Revenge doesn't sleep.
Come on, come back to bed.
No, there's something I gotta do.
Shalom, peace and blessings to the chosen. All right. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim pushing the truth with sincerity and charity. I'm the brother Yalad, and you've seen the video and the intro. And ultimately, the point of this video is to say that it's really about that latter end. Ultimately, the latter end is the important. So, of course, it's some kind of meme or funny video about the gaming world, and if you know, you know, but if you don't, I'll explain it. You have one person at the top who has a win streak on the game, just dominating, sliding, but because he ended his win streak on a loss, he can't go to sleep. He can't go to sleep. He feel incomplete. But a person that took loss after loss after loss, finally got that win, he going to sleep happy. So I got some precepts to really further admonish and encourage brethren, and the latter end is what we strive for. We seek for a continuing city, because it ain't here, you know, like the scripture in Hebrews says. But I'll start off with Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 11 and 21, and there's some verses in here I got to hit. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord, and abide in thy labor, for it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on a sudden to make a poor man rich. Right? Because it's easy to get carnal and you know, look at how the wicked are dominating. They're leaning, they're sliding, they up. They got the cars, the clothes, the money, the hoes. They got it all. But that's because they got their consolation on this side. And the latter end, they got shame to look forward to. This is continuing on in that Sirach 11 in verse 22. The blessing of the Lord is in the reward of the godly, and suddenly he maketh his blessing flourish. Say not, what profit is there of my service, and what good thing shall I have hereafter? Say not, I have enough and possess many things, and what evil shall I have after? This is the point right here. In 25, it says, in the day of prosperity, there's forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity. For it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. The affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure. And in his end, his deeds shall be discovered. Judge none blessed before his death, for a man shall be known in his children. And I'm in the Sirach on that note, but that 25 and that 27, that was the point right there. It's really about that latter end. Okay? And we looking forward to having a good everlasting joy. But there's going to be some that wake up to shame and contempt in the kingdom of heaven. Daniel 12 and 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust and the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life and some to everlasting contempt. And why do they have everlasting contempt? Because they got their consolation on this side. They sold out. They pulled the Diddy. They bent the knee, Floyd Mayweather, to the little hats, to the tiny tops, right? They standing with Israel, and not the real Israel, the Yasharallah, he Prince Power, the true children of Israel today, the so-called Latinos, Negroes, Native Americans. And this is why we are to Romans 5 and 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience. If we losing on this side, that means we got a way better chance of winning on the other side because of why? Matthew 19 and 29 is, and everyone that have forsaken houses or brethren or sister or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So the people that's up top right now, the world is upside down. And when the Lord come back, he gonna bring it right side up. So all the people that's exalted right now, right? This is more than just a gameplay. Oh, I was on a winning streak, but I can't go to sleep on a lose. Even the wicked can't go to sleep until they found out. It's about that latter end. Your day not complete until you get it right. Right? So Proverbs 4:16, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause sun to fall. And this is why it's more than just a game. It's about that latter end. The wicked feel like they day ain't complete until they complete their mischief. This is why I say in Ephesians, right? Ephesians 4:26, be ye angry and sin not, let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil. Don't let some shit just keep continuing on. At a certain point, shit got to come to an end. Don't let things prolong holding on to grudges or grievances. Settle that issue. But it's all about that latter end, right? It's about in the end of everything, in the end of all of this, in the kingdom of heaven, and in the end of the day, and the end of the week. Have you completed the things that are required of you at the end of the week, at the end of the year? Have you filled out your quotas spiritually? Have you filled out your responsibilities? Right? Psalms 34:19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord Yahweh deliver him out of them all. Right. So it might feel like you got defeat. But the Lord gonna give you that victory eventually. Because he make it rain upon the just and the unjust. He not unbalanced. He hates a false balance. So the Lord is righteous. Don't tell me I touched every precept I wanted to touch. Dang, that quick? Forgive me, I ain't know I was touching all of them that quick. I guess I'll do this one word. Consolation, because I remember the Elder Pops Caparium, he go into this, he says this word as far as Jake that got they consolation on this side from selling out. Right? This word consolation in the etymology goes into comfort, alleviation of misery or distress. And mitigation of grief or anxiety. And we trying to rely on the Lord to be our alleviation. The Lord said he gonna send a comforter. Right? The Lord said he gonna give and supply. And the Lord is not a liar. He said he won't forget the labor of love. And these scriptures are our comfort. And these scriptures are, this is where the weary may rest. And I guess I should end it on that. Isaiah 28:12, to whom he said, this is the rest wherein ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they will not hear. And who is that they that will not hear? The people of our people, that which is many wicked found among our people. They don't want righteousness. They want to keep living under the authority of these devils. They want to keep being able to do what they want to do, and not abide under the will of the Father. They would not hear it because that's not their rest. They done sold out. They bought out. And I have a somewhat of a saying that if you can think about the end from the beginning, it'll help you in the middle. And in the middle is the thick of it. That's the fire. That's the tribulation. And you won't think about that latter end, because that's what matters, man. And these scriptures will give you that rest. These scriptures will give you the comfort. Because then you know you're not crazy. You're not just seeing this yourself. The scriptures prophesied these things thousands of years ago. So Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to salute out, giving a mighty shalom and a Bible ball.